Yo, how much were you paying for CVs in 1991, blood?
Too right. That's too right.
What up, Klean Pair crew? It's your boy Burn, and I got my man T right here. We're bringing it to you live right now. It's the Klean Pair podcast, and it's all about sneaker culture and giving you guys the know-how on how to keep your sneakers fresh and clean. I got my man T in the building.
What's up, everybody? We hope that we are going to be part of your sneaker journey.
That's right.
We take you through ours, right?
That's right.
This is now been a long time coming. This is the show we've kind of had a concept over for how many years now?
It's been brewing for about a good 2 years, and we made it happen in this year in 2025, where we're like, yo, let's get our hands dirty. Let's make sure that we get a crew together. We get the set together, and I hope that, I hope our audience is loving the set, man. The whole collection here. We got the Gazelles in the back. We got the J's in the back. There's a lot of stories that we're going to tell you about how we got here.
A place we call home. So thank you, and we hope to keep you coming back.
Yeah, and also just to let you guys know is that we do have a cleaning service company where we detail your sneakers. It's called Klean Pair. Go check it out on Instagram. Give us your pairs. Let's detail them. And let's make sure that you guys stay fresh on the streets, man.
Yeah, because, we know about the love of sneakers and we know how to take care of them. So you can trust us with your most trusted pairs.
All right, so it's going to go down. Episode 1, man. Get to know the hosts. So myself and Tep are going to let you guys know our history, and, we got a lot of stories, and obviously our CVs are packed in terms of the entertainment journey that we've walked.
Word.
So it's going to be like a mixed bag of culture and obviously sneaker culture too. And myself and Tep are going to let you guys know what's up, what's going on.
Yeah, man. And I think first things first, I think we need to take people back just on how we kind of got to this place, right?
So with that being said, Teps, where does the sneaker journey and the collection start for you? And how far back does it go?
It really started at, I think my earliest memories are always of how to put looks together.
Yep.
It was the pressure of CVs, guys. Yeah, I said it.
CVs.
Yeah, CVs was a stress.
So what year are we talking now?
I'm talking about, don't do this. I mean, I'm
I got
going to name a year. It was 1991.
99. Yeah. Yo, how much were you paying for CVs in 1991, blood?
R2. That's R2. It was R2.
That's hilarious.
The only pair of sneakers I had was a pair that my mother got me, were a pair of jumps. And I had these mustard Pepe jeans. I don't even know if you know what those are.
No, I know about Pepe jeans. So, man, I got it all the way from the Nuff days, right? So I've got an older brother. So obviously I know about the collecting of the Calcanines, your Boys of London, and where you guys were buying them at Carlton Center. I know that there's people that were going past Small Street too.
Don't do that.
But what? It's 1991. You got a pair of jumps. You're paying R2 for CVs. How much are you paying for a pair of jumps?
I don't even know. I just don't know that that's what my mother could afford, right? So I was like, yo, how do I make these work?
Look-wise, mustard jeans.
And remember that what was happening in CVs was an opportunity to kind of stand out on what your identity was. So that was
out of uniform.
Right?
Yeah.
It kind of then helped you click-wise and helped you define yourself. And yeah, so it all started always with
the jumps.
From the jump.
And then how does it look like from 91? Do you know that it's a collection thing? How old are you at 91 now, Ted?
I'm like 8.
8,
right?
So did the collection seep in at 8, or was it just like, I'm going to keep this pair fresh?
All I knew was every pair that I would have, I would covet, right? So my mother could only then...
covet.
Yeah. No,
covet. Yeah, higher level.
So every pair that I would have, and which was probably one a year, if you are lucky, you had to then take care of it. Right? You had to take care of it, right? So because it had to last you school holidays, CVs days, weekends, parties, it's your pair to go to, right?
Yeah, so you're running it down.
Always had to be clean.
Yeah.
And that's why I think it's why, serendipitously we end up at this point where we're all about cleaning our shoes because we know how important that is, right? Because for everybody doesn't get share immediately.
No,
right?
No, it's a long.
So we want to say, what you do have, please
treasure.
Take care of it, right?
Yeah, treasure it, and that's why you can bring your sneakers to Klean Pair. We'll keep it fresh for you guys. That's why we're gonna keep you guys. Obviously, we're gonna keep you guys in the know on how to keep your sneakers detailed. Now, T, I wanna fast forward. Now it's 91. Let's fast forward into high school.
Yeah.
Because it's high school. You high school first year is what year?
First year is 96.
96.
Yeah.
SU is your squad. How many pairs are we talking in 96?
Shout out to Complex. If you know, you know.
Well, we can actually, because actually Complex is a very cool subject to touch on.
Yeah.
A lot of rap culture back influence on that. What are you guys talking about, and what is Complex?
We were a collection of friends that realized our talents really early. And I think we all kind of almost even the work we ended up doing now.
So rap talents now we're talking.
I'm talking about rap, event management, because what we ended up doing as a crew was music, events, shows.
And for those that don't
there was a day we even not auditioned, but we kind of sold our time and sold ourselves as dates.
He's off the market right now, so that's not happening. So it's not, what year now?
So I'm talking about like 96, 97.
96, 97.
Yeah.
And Rap Activity Jam? Is it part of the culture now? Is it part of you guys get up? Is it how you guys get?
It's everything, right? And then even the pressure of having,
who's hosting Rap Activity Jam at that time?
It's Rude Boy and Oscar, and you had Nigga Daz, who'd be the one auditioning guys on the outside.
Now, what I know about Complex is that not all of you guys were rappers. So who did you guys send to battle? Who did you guys send to the Rap Activity Jam to represent?
Someone who's still rapping to this day, actually. Snag.
Mike Checker.
Yes, he's still out there. He's still the one that's still rapping.
So those that don't know Snag, if you guys are like following the Phillies games culture and you know anything about Alex, he's like from a long game of like guys that really know game. So I'm putting you guys on game right
now. My nigga will tag you in the caption.
I got archives. So it's Snag?
Yeah. So he was like...
Gunman, are you sending him alone?
No. They were...
Because I know that...
I mean, at some stage, we had grown beyond just the core guys at the same school. We had guys that we were with that were at a different school. 96.
It's 96.
Yes.
And you guys are at the YFM studios in Yeovil now, right? Rose.
Brixton, all of that. Yeah.
Okay. And you send Snack, and who's backing him? I mean, are you guys sending one person to represent the whole crew?
There was Scaff, there was Azaya, there was the guys that were all about the rap life, right?
So I'm gonna ask, where did you fit in?
I mean, somebody had to manage the talent.
Okay, so you're the guy driving the gents to.
No, not driving. I was just behind the scenes.
Okay, so
and I've been comfortable there for a while.
It's been encompassing of obviously part of all spheres of the culture. Now you got the fashion.
Yeah.
Now you've got the music. You've got the crew, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of you guys were B-boys, but we'll keep that moving.
No one was doing none of that. You guys did that a couple of years later, a couple of generations later.
Yeah. I mean, when we jumped into, I'm gonna go straight into how we got into like the whole rap thing. We obviously listened to Rap Activity Jam, listening to our Grootmans on radio. And it was that, I think it was just Wednesday, and the whole crew's like tuning into Y, and we got to hear you guys. And that's like people that we knew from up the road, but our older brothers are now on the mic. And YFM had such a huge influence on culture back then, is that it actually directed us to like it's hip hop or nothing, and because our older brothers were going in that direction, we just like, that's the way to go.
I mean, are you telling us we were like your first influencers?
No, of course. I mean, you guys wrote the Bible on how to come up. Because as soon as we got into Locum High, 2000, I'm 14, grade 8, and you guys took us under our wings because of the affiliation with older brother, etc.
Yeah.
And we fell in love with just battling as well. We had cats that were battling. I fell out of it because I wasn't good enough. We had guys that started taking the helm. I mean, we
and that's the dopest thing about it. I think we all kind of held each other accountable to the work. Right?
Yeah.
I think to this day, it kind of
if you're dope,
created a good culture
in the East. If you're dope, you're dope, and if you're whack, they would let you know you're a whack cat. You know. So we let the rappers go in front of us, and at that time we formed the guys formed a clique called Sake of Skill.
Yeah.
And they were dope rappers. I mean, the production from Jabberjaw, now at that time it was Black Knight, but now DJ Jabberjaw.
Black Knight.
Yeah. So it was actually quite hilarious how that happened, is because I actually introduced the guys to Black through a homie of ours, Q. And
because you didn't grow up on the block with
he was from the Val. He's from the Val. A lot of talented cats from the Val. So he brought the beats, and I dropped a track on one of Java's beats for one of my girlfriends at the time, because I was trying to be Mr. Smooth.
You only had one girlfriend at the time.
Yeah, back then. You know, during Valentine's Day, you got to register one.
No, you didn't.
Well, anyway, that's what I did. I was a good boy. So, with that being said, I already knew that I wasn't good enough for this type of production.
Mm-hmm.
So then I was like, yo, Black, there's these guys, man, they called Sake of Skill, they dope, and they got together, and then like fire happened from there. And that's where I started also taking a seat back and like, oh, I don't need to be the guy in front of the mic. And then I started DJing because I was already DJing and throwing parties. You know, DJing came so naturally because we were throwing parties, you know. So you would play now what guys do on a playlist. We used to do that playlisting thing back in the day because, you know, you couldn't buy like CDJs then, you know. So the love from DJing started then, and I started being very serious about it. We formed Blaze Productions, 3 DJs, myself, Cab, DJ Chesa, and we started throwing parties in the East for people to come to the East Rand. So we had people from the North coming, people from the Southwest. You know, I remember one of the parties we had, like 4 or 5 cars got jacked, you know. So our parties were quite live for like 16, I gotta say, just 17-year-olds.
You mentioned the high school we went to. I think a quick sidebar and a quick shout out. I think it must have been, if we need to check the stats on how many people from that school ended up in like media entertainment. It's got to be the unofficial of the East.
Yeah.
On a budget, guys, we did great work, and I know the people, and if you know them, tag them in the comments.
Nocum Park High, and as we can stretch it to saying the East, right?
Yeah.
But Nocum Park High bred a lot of like media gods, I'd say. I mean, from presenting to lyrical acumen to acting. So and there in Nocum, it's either you make it or you're gonna break. You're not. You know, we didn't have. You know, it's not. There's nothing in between. There's no on the fence type. You know, so I took on the DJing.
Yeah.
And I got very serious about it. I mean, I was playing at nightclubs, the Bank, Keys, all of that. You know.
Well, look at you.
One of the biggest gigs I actually did was opening for Rick Ross in 2010, I think. And then I just saw the direction of how the game was going.
When you say the game,
the DJing game.
Yeah.
And one thing about the DJing game is that it starts out expensive. I mean, if you go back, I mean, we're talking SL1 Serato. I was buying that thing at about like 15, 11K back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's now some kid is going to show up in a club with a USB that he bought
and that's it.
$bucks. And that's it. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to do that. I'd rather collect sneakers.
Rather spend my money where I can see where it goes, right?
Yeah, but I'd always say thank you to DJing because it brought me into the marketing space.
Yeah.
I started doing a lot of events, background work, you know, setting up sponsorships, teaming up brands with certain local events. I started seeing the value chain behind actually being the person in front of the mic or the decks or whatever. So I actually took that direction, and then also in between that, I was also managing artists. I was working at a place called Interface Talent Management, where
what have you not
so
done?
all the
What have you not done? What have you not done?
So I was an agent for like 3 years, 4 years.
Yeah.
That was quite cool. I got to work with a lot of like esteemed TV presenters at the time. I mean, Interface Talent Management.
I'm not even going to ask for names to be dropped. I'm just going to ask that we can get somebody here on the show, though.
Well, the biggest name, obviously, at Interface at the time was Bonang.
Yeah.
She was killing it at live. And shout out to Bonang. I've never seen anybody still to date that can wrap up presenting like she does. Everybody that actually wanted to be represented by that talent agency was because of her.
Yeah.
You know, she was trailblazing. And then when she left to work with Jay, may his soul rest in peace. Jay took, and then I was like, I'm gonna leave as well because there's nobody else to represent.
Yeah.
You know, so I started my own thing. And I wouldn't say I discovered, but I met a young lady from PE that was so talented. She was on Bay TV at the time. And I had a homie of mine that was working
while they were still shooting out of PE, right?
Yeah.
Before moving to Randburg. Yeah.
Yeah. No. She was doing straight up in PE.
Yeah.
So when I was actually cutting myself out of entertainment, I was going straight into marketing. So I went to
PE. You were trying to corporate yourself.
Yeah, just get that corporate bag and forget about all the glitz and glam. So we decided, let's go to PE. I need holiday, but I also need a beach. And if I go to Cape Town, you know what happens in Cape Town during December.
PE though.
Yeah, but I didn't want to go to the popular spots like KZN. But I did need the beach. So I went to PE. A homie of mine hooked me up with the other homie of mine. And when I got there, I met this tall, amazing lady. And I was like...
But to be fair, hold on, quick one. Everybody's tall around you. When you say tall lady, that's... So a large demographic.
Yeah, well, okay. She was like very tall. But by the way, I'll say this: when we lying down, we're all the same size, bro.
Yeah, that short nigga propaganda. All right, cool niggas.
So I met Lutando Shosha, and I was amazed already. And I called one of the guys. Because I was working at On Q, I was like, bro, I think you need to have like auditions in PE, bro, because there's this lady that's like, she's gonna be the next face of live, and she was the next face of live, you know. And I managed her for a bit, and that was me managing her for like a year.
Yeah,
and then from there that went a little bit pear shaped, but I think she's still like one of the best presenters out there.
Yeah, I think she just won a radio presenter award recently.
Yeah, she fired me, man.
Yeah.
She fired me because I paid her cash.
You were young and reckless.
So I was doing an event in in Bloemfontein.
Yeah.
And it was done allegedly. You got to take that money and pay your talent. So I was like, yo, man, here's the envelope right here, blood.
Sounds like some tax evasion stuff you're doing.
No, she paid the tax. Obviously, she's got to get her taxes in line. But then she's like, yo, bro, I can't do this cash thing. And I was like, yo, I can't do anything about it. Because if I passed up on the envelope, we're not gonna get paid.
That's true. I mean, this is not how you DJs get paid anyway.
And that's all. I come from that background.
Yeah. Why are you acting fresh for it? You're like, I wanted to get
so
paid
with
cash.
That being said, I cut that whole thing out.
Yeah.
And then I started going corporate, and I was working for JTI doing all of their events for them in terms of activations. I was in the space still, and I still enjoyed that because I didn't have to be frontline, you know. Now, I mean, I'm a married guy, so the last thing I need is to be like going out at night and come back at 5 o'clock in the morning, night after night. So I just literally just pivoted and went another direction.
It's dope, man.
Yeah. So now we're here, man. It's a Klean Pair crew. I decided to sit with my man Tips and say, yo, Tips, fast forward you AAA.
Yeah.
After
I just want to say, for someone this short, you are quite long-winded. Yeah.
Man, I like the stories to build. So, you know, anyway, the audience will get to know how we get down. Anyway, so, okay, you're in high school. It's Complex Squad. It's parties. It's YFM. It's
I don't even know how our parents are allowed to do, by the way, because I'm a parent now. The life I was living as a teenager, not happening with my daughter.
What's the most wildest like party thing you guys did?
I shall not name.
I shall not. Because I got kicked out when I arrived at the spot. I got kicked out, but that's a story for another day. Big brother, so tell me what you got going down. The most loudest thing you guys.
To this day, there is an order to things, and that's probably what's wrong with you little niggas now. You guys don't realize there's an order to things. You guys were comfortable in your lane. What happened when? Okay, fine. What happened when you guys started hanging out with us?
We started taking notes,
and then we started taking what?
L's.
Your girls.
Yeah, you guys started to take L's.
We started taking your girl.
Yeah, but that's a learning curve.
This is what I'm saying.
You got to learn off that.
We wanted to save you from the pain.
No, let me tell you about that. That's actually speaking to emotional intelligence, right? So when you actually when you learn that a girl can get taken from you, that's how you learn not to pull an Oscar.
It's character building.
You know Oscar? You know Oscar?
Yeah.
That bedroom, bathroom situation. When you learn that, taking notes, and you're taking notes from your older brothers, and you see that a girl can get taken from you by a peer or from a grootman or from somebody that's more flashier, you learn that in your high school days. And that builds emotional intelligence, and you won't off nobody.
It's a philosophy I live by. Please do stuff when it's still age appropriate, niggas, because you had this teaching early on, and I'm happy that we were there to teach you, selflessly.
And another one, I'm not up in the club turning up at 40.
Right?
You know,
we are here
I'm in the right spaces. You know, right? I'm in the right, and I'm not saying that, you know, I, as you said, do it all at the right times. But I see these guys now with their tuck in bellies and all that. Man, please,
guys, in Pretoria, please take your L's.
So anyway, let's go back into it now. Fast forward, the squad is deep, hip hop is rolling.
Yeah,
it's rap activity jam. Teko hits matric. He's about to pass now.
We are now wrapping up this whole high school experience. What's next, right?
Yeah.
And for the most part, for most of us, it was that. School was an opportunity for us to hang out with our niggas. So you're like, oh, fuck. Now what do I do, right? We got to choose career paths. And yeah, that's how then I ended up studying advertising, copywriting to be exact, right?
This is at AAA.
Yeah, I went to AAA. And the other niggas... there's a guy called Ntule.
Okay.
He's one of my little quirky friends. I love him so much.
How's the first year of AAA?
It's a lot, right?
Because now you're coming from because you know the setup at Norcom. It's almost like
I'm coming from the east, right?
Yes,
and I told you about polished. It's not one pair sneaker situation.
Yeah,
I'm knee deep in the boys of the north, right?
That's what I'm with. That's what I'm getting to, right?
They've got cars. They've got the gear.
You got a cab.
They've got.
Did you catch a cab to school?
Of course, I caught two.
Oh, so wait, let's clarify, ne? A cab is not a meter taxi.
Yo, please.
So we're just swagifying it now, ne?
So this
we hip hop guys, when we say there's a cab, we literally meant like komba.
Yeah,
it wasn't no meter taxi. So let's bring you guys into that.
So
komba,
dog.
And you show up at AAA with a squeaky.
Yeah, man. And it's like the boys in the north, you know, you kind of had to earn their respect because you were just a 4-outfit nigga from the east, right?
Yeah.
But you know, how do I earn a nigga's respect?
How do you stand out? With swag.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got to, flavor, east.
And I'll still take your girl.
How did you do that?
No, I'm not saying.
Because it's not like first day of school, you're taking a girl.
Wait, did I?
Yeah,
I'm not here. But what I'm saying is it you know, like having that, what we had in high school, that build up of the confidence of I know what I'm good at, and that's why we ended up doing the work I'm doing now. It's man, I'm gonna back that and allow everything else to follow.
So let's dive deeper into the work you're doing now and the education that you got from AAA.
Mm-hmm.
What's the blend and how is it now assisting you in day-to-days?
So the copywriting thing, the creative stuff, it was always there, right? I used to, even in high school, one of my hustles was writing Afrikaans speeches. Ek praat mooi sewe Afrikaans julle, ne?
When, yeah.
I would then write speeches for the likes of you. Boomay Hond.
Nah, I'm like better bastards, yeah.
I used to then sell speeches to niggas, right? And that's how they would make money so that I can go buy a FUBU cap on the weekend. I would sell nigger speeches. So I always knew that writing was a thing. So that's then how I ended up doing copywriting. And I mean, that school, when you kind of get into it, there's a whole writing in process. There's a whole interview process, right? And yeah, I got the cab each time. And by the way, this is not, my mother's like, oh,
what year
came back? This is 2000. Right? And then now, okay, cool.
2001.
This is true.
Yeah, 2001. Because I was with you in 2000 as a young
kid. You're right.
Yeah.
Hey man, I'm memorable. You remember me all the
way back? No, I gotta do this because then our audience is on Sahamara Lavangati.
No, man.
No,
man, you're right.
Yeah. So it's 2001.
It's 2001, yeah. So we do that whole process, get into school. I mean, at the time, they're taking there was 20 of us in the class. And yeah, man, managed to get through it, get into the industry, learn the stuff, work in the agencies, and eventually then end up working for myself, consulting and stuff, right?
So what's your first agency you break into?
My memory is not what it used to be.
Because I used to hang out at one of the agencies that used to throw these infamous parties on Fridays. And I remember saying to myself, this is where I want to be.
What were you doing there, homie?
Hey, man, my connect is heavy. So I got into it. I remember that also being part of like your DNA from being from the East is that you've got to put yourself in spaces.
That's what's up.
So me, just a metric, I was just like invited by a friend of mine that worked there.
Yeah.
And then I made it a consistent thing, and then you just keep surrounding yourselves with yourself with people that you actually want to, you want to learn from.
And that's the thing about that agency. Like, that's why I don't want any one agency defining the legacy, right?
Mm-hmm.
They are like a high usage. We want to use you while you are still usable, and then we move on to the next thing. So that sounds like I learned what I needed to from the entire industry, and now I'm using it to kind of do all of this now.
So you guys, you have a basic background of the two people that are going to be presenting and giving you like all of this bread now, because we're like going to just continue giving you like consistent information on how to firstly take care of your sneakers, but also where the latest sneaker drops are coming from. But we had to give you background so you guys know who you're speaking to, you know who you're interacting with, because we're gonna be interacting. So that's why you need to subscribe, you need to share, you need to like. It's the Klean Pair crew. My name is Burn.
And I'm T. And in as much as our sneaker stories might be interesting, the people that we are looking forward to having right here next to us are even more interesting. So that's going to be dope.
So the background actually of the show is that we're going to be interviewing sneakerheads. They might be popular, they might be professional, they might be they might be alien, but as long as they got a good sneaker collection behind them, they're going to be sitting with us telling us their sneaker stories and how it started. So yeah, man, walk with us, continue liking, subscribing. Let's go. First episode.
This has been the Klean Pair. Thank you.
Boom.